Okay, good evening, everyone. This will be your oncology nursing post-test rationalization. So, di tayo natuloy kanina kasi may memo na suspended yung klase. So, this will be your rationalization for oncology nursing. Isa-isahin natin, 1 to 50. Pero yung mga tipong question na no-brainer and mababaw lang yung discussion, so wag nating babalan kasi more on ano lang yun, common sense, critical thinking, and anong tawag dito, test taking strategies by using the elimination. So kung meron kayo na meet na 1 or 2 questions na hindi ko naturo pero nasagot niyo ng tama, so ginamit nyo lang dun yung ano nyo, common sense nyo. Okay, sa board exam, madami niyan. Hindi naturo sa review, hindi naturo sa 4 years nyo sa nursing school, pero lumalabas. So, common sense. So, let's proceed. So, for your number 1, the question is, the nurse is caring for a female client experiencing neutropenia. So, when we say neutropenia, dapat pag ano nyo pa lang ng question, pagbasa nyo pa lang, neutropenia, so we need to say low WBC. Okay? Pag low WBC, prone for infection. Okay. So, as a result of chemotherapy and develops a plan of care for the client, the nurse plans to, okay, the question is ano daw yung plano ng ano daw yung plano ng nurse. So, the plan na tinutukoy dito is the implementation of neutropenic precautions. Neutropenic precautions. Paulit-ulit ko to sa inyong tinuro, ha? So, neutropenia is one of the complication of your chronic or long-term use of chemotherapeutic drugs. So, for the choices, letter A, restrict all visitors. Letter B, restrict fluid intake. Letter C, teach the client and family about the need for hand hygiene. Letter D, insert an indwelling urinary catheter to prevent skin breakdown. So, by using elimination technique, ang dapat unan nyo dyan na i-eliminate is letter D. Sir, bakit? Bakit, sir, letter D? Your letter D is insert an indwelling urinary catheter to prevent skin breakdown. Guys, sa critical care nyo, na-discuss na ba yan sa inyo? So, siyempre walang sasagot, recorded to eh. So, sa critical care nyo, parts of your critical care, mayroon tayong tinatawag na bundles of care. Sa bundles of care, yan yung mga group of infections or specific infections na we need na piniprevent natin. For example, ano yung mga bundles of care? Pahapyawan natin, ha? Bundles of care. So we have CAUTI, Club C, CAUTI, Club C, VAP. Okay. Meron pang isa, nakakalimutan ko lang. Pero ito yung tatlong sikat. Yung isa naman is para sa systemic infection. Pero ito, CAUTI. Sir, ano yung CAUTI? CAUTI is kalimutan ko yung CAUTI. Catheter-associated urinary tract infection. Okay? Catheter-associated urinary tract infection. Yung Club C naman is central line-associated bloodstream infection, and yung VAP is ventilator-associated pneumonia. Okay? So isulat nyo kasi naka-record naman tayo. CAUTI, catheter-associated urinary tract infection. Club C, central line-associated bloodstream infection. VAP is ventilator-associated pneumonia. So yan yung sa critical care. Sir, saan yung nakikita? Sa ICU. Sa critical care yan tinuturo. So, sa bundles of care, sa implementation of bundles of care, dito nga, dapat ina-avoid na natin yung insertion ng mga ganyan kasi indwelling catheter is way or parang medium siya para magkaroon pa ng infection. So, ang piniprevent natin dito is infection. Mag-develop ng infection. So, dapat yan ang una niyong tanggalin. Kasi, magiging ano pa yan, medium para magkaroon ng infection ng pasyente. So, yan dapat. Okay? So, ang sunod nyo dyan tanggalin is restrict fluid intake. Ay, hindi. Pangalawa, restrict all visitors. Hindi po. Ang tinuro ko sa inyo is limit, hindi po restrict all. Okay? Iba ang limit to restrict all. Kasi pag all is absolute, di ba? So, hindi po to. Okay? And kung pagpipilian natin, restrict fluid intake versus teach the client and family about the need for hand hygiene, ang dapat niyong sagot dyan is letter C. Tiningnan ko yung mga answer sheets niyo, ang dami ditong mali. Ang mga karamihan sa inyo sumagot letter A. Okay? Pero napakasimple ng tanong. Kasi neutropenic precautions lang naman ang i-implement mo dito. The basic, pinaka simplest and kumbaga form para, di ba tinuturo yan sa fundamentals, para ma-prevent natin ang infection is hand hygiene by means of hand rub and hand washing. Okay po, so best answer is letter C. Okay, teach the client and family about the need for hand hygiene. Ito yung pinaka para ma-prevent natin yung infection. Ito yung pinaka. Restrict fluid intake, hindi siya ganun ka-related doon sa tanong and hindi niya masasagot yung tanong. Kasi po, restrict fluid intake, wala siyang kinalaman. Kung magkaroon pa ng restrict fluid intake, baka magkaroon pa yan ng dehydration. Okay? So, answer is letter C. The best answer is letter C. Okay po, neutropenic precautions, inisa-isa ko yan sa inyo. Environmental, madami. Yung apat na kumbaga, anong tawag dito? Apat na kalimutan ko. Factors, okay? Na meron silang mga sub kung paano i-implement sa food, sa activity, yan. Okay? So number 2, proceed tayo. Nurse Balmond is caring for a client following a mastectomy. Which assessment finding indicates that the client is experiencing complications related to surgery? Letter A, pain at the incisional site. Letter B, arm edema on the operative site. Letter C, sanguinous drainage in the JP drain. Okay? Complaints of decreased sensation near the operative site. So, ang tinatanong lang naman dito is, ano daw assessment? Based on your assessment, anong findings daw during your assessment na ang patient is experiencing complications post-mastectomy. So ang pinopoint nila dito, hindi kasi sinabi sa question. Kasi yun nga yung gusto nilang tanungin sa question. Okay? Ang tinatanong lang naman dito is lymph edema. Kung ano daw yung situation dito or assessment mo na nagsasuggest ng lymph edema. Yung letter B is dinefine lang naman yung lymph edema. So the answer is letter B. Pain at the incisional site, yes po. Post-mastectomy, this is normal. Normal po na may pain yan. Kaya expect that after surgery, you will receive analgesic. Okay, after surgery. Sanguinous drainage in Jackson Pratt, yes po. Normal ito. Sinabi ko rin yan sa inyo. Serosanguinous, after 24 hours. Sanguinous, within 24 hours. Okay, reddish to pinkish color. Complaints of decreased sensation near the operative site. This is also normal po. Normal. Okay? And normal. Pag sinabi nating normal, expected, and expected. Pag sinabi nating expected, hindi yan complications. Kaya ang tinatanong sa question, complications. Ang complications, hindi po yan expected. We can prevent the complications. Okay po? Ito naman is expected. Sir, bakit may complaints of decreased sensations? Meron dyan mga nerve endings, lalong-lalo na dito na damage. So may decreased sensation dyan. Okay po, sa operative site. Naintindihan? Yes. Okay. Number 2, the answer is letter B. Number 3, Nurse Joy is caring a client with internal radiation, implant. Okay? When caring a client, the nurse should observe which of the following principles. No? Letter A, limit the time with the client to 1 hour per shift. Letter B, do not allow pregnant women into the client's room. Letter C, remove the dosimeter badge when entering the client's room. Letter D, individuals younger than 16-year-old may be allowed to go to in the room as long as they are 6 feet away from the client. Okay, elimination. Letter A, limit the time with the client to 1 hour per shift. Hindi po 1 hour ang tinuro ko sa inyo ha. 30 minutes per shift. So definitely this is not a correct answer. Okay, letter C, remove the dosimeter badge when entering the client's room. Tinuro ko sa inyo na kada pasok nyo, dosimeter badge should be attached sa katawan nyo. Kasi po, this will monitor the amount of radioactive radiation of the radiation na nare-receive nyo. So, ito yung dapat suot-suot palagi. Okay po? Then letter D, individuals younger than 16 years old may be allowed to go in the rooms as long as they are 6 feet. 6 feet is correct. Okay? Kasi di ba mayroon tayong distance, time, and shielding, DTS. Yun yung principles sa radiation therapy. Di ba? Meron tayong DTS, distance. The appropriate distance na dapat is 6 feet away. Ang sabi naman dito, allowed to go in the room as long as they are 6 feet away. Tama naman. Pero ang option D, ang nagpamali dito is individuals younger 16 years old may be allowed. So hindi po allowed. Tinuro ko yan sa inyo kung bakit hindi allowed. Because of the epiphyseal plate na hindi pa nagko-close. Remember, your radiation therapy is same with the chemotherapy that targets the rapidly dividing cell. In your bone marrow, in your epiphyseal plate, mga rapidly dividing cell. Nag-joke pa nga ako niyan eh. Tanungin yung mother nyo kung bakit kayo mababa. Kasi baka na-expose kayo during your younger age ng radiation. Kaya instead of yung space sa epiphyseal plate nyo itatangkad nyo, naapektuhan ng radiation, so hindi, nag-close siya bigla. So, naging ganyan, naging stagnant yung parang ang taas-taas ni Sarah. Pero totoo 'yan. Okay? So, ano sir ang dapat? Below 17, dapat hindi natin ina-allow na ma-expose sila sa radiation. Kasi po, maapektuhan yung epiphyseal plate niya, which is yun yung itatangkad pa. Okay, space para magtanggal. Kasi nagko-close pa ang epiphyseal plate 17 and above. Okay po, 17 and above. Okay po, naintindihan? Yes, sir. Okay. Number 4, Nurse Marie is instructing the 35-year-old to perform a testicular self-examination, your TSE. Okay, your TSE. Your TSE perform, anong taon? 14 years old, tama ba? 14 years old. Review ko nga yung notes ko. 14 years old, dapat meron ng screening. No, it's 15 pala. Okay? Sorry. 15 years old. So, 15 years old, dapat nag-ano na ng TSE. Nag-perform yung TSE yung mga lalaki. So, the question is, the nurse tells the client, okay, ulitin ko, the nurse Marie is instructing the 35-year-old client to perform a TSE. The nurse tells the client, A, to examine the testicles while lying down. B, gently feel the testicles with one finger to feel for a growth. Letter C, that testicular self-examination should be done at least every 6 months. Letter D, that the best time for TSE or for your examination is after shower. The correct answer is letter D. Okay, letter D. This is the best answer. Pero kung meron sa option na the best time for examination is after after warm bath, yun yung isasagot ko. Kung halimbawa, present sa question, present sa option si letter D. Pero sa letter A, ang statement lang letter A, the best time for the examination is after warm bath. Mas specific yung letter A. Yung letter D is more on general pa siya kasi shower lang yung sinabi. Pero pag may sinabing warm bath, yun yung the best. Kasi bakit nga relax yung testicles kapag warm bath. Okay po. So bakit naging mali ang A, B, C? Okay? Hindi ko kayo tinuruan ng lying down na nag-ano ha. Hindi ko kayo tinuruan ng lying down na TSE. Ang lying down is BSE. Okay, supine. Okay, na abducted na may under pillow. Okay po. Pero post-mastectomy, supine, ang posisyon naman ng pasyente, elevated ang arm for drainage ng ano nyo, ng dito. May drainage para hindi kayo magkaroon ng complication ng lymphedema. To promote drainage, kaya elevated yan. Pero hindi na po siya nakasupine ang BS after mastectomy. Naka-semi-Fowlers na siya. During BSE supine na ang kamay nakaganito and may under pillow, pero post mastectomy naka-semi-Fowlers na siya na nakaganin. Okay po, promote drainage of the dito sa ano. Okay po. Next, letter B, to gently feel the testicles. To gently feel the testicles with one finger. Ito po ang nagpamali. Okay po, ito yung nagpamali. One finger. Gamit po natin is both hand. Okay? Kung pwede lang i-demo. Okay? Both hand. Ito, nakaganon yung palm and then pinifeel yung ano, yung isa support tapos yung isa tig-access yung testicles. Okay po, feel for a growth. Feel for a growth. Anong growth? Ito yung lump na sinasabi. Okay, lump. Okay. Letter C, the testicular self-examination should be done at least every 6 months. 6 months ba ang tinuro ko sa inyo? Hindi po 6 months ha. Monthly po. Okay? Every month. Done every month. Hindi po siya 6 months. This is done. TSE should be done monthly. Okay? Okay? So let's proceed. The correct answer is letter D. The best time for examination is after shower. Pero pag meron dyan option na after warm bath, so that's the best. Very specific yung sagot. Okay. Number 5, a cervical radiation implant placed in the client. Cervical radiation implant. This is a sealed. Okay. Sealed. Kasi meron tayong internal and external. Dalawa yung internal, sealed and unsealed. Okay? Placed in the client for treatment of cervical cancer. The nurse initiates what most appropriate activity order for this client. Letter A, bed rest. Letter B, the question is asking for the activity. Asking for activity. So letter A, bed rest. Letter B, out of bed ad lib. Letter C, out of the bed in the chair only. And letter D, ambulation to the bathroom only. Kung meron kayong idea regarding the concept, meron kayong knowledge regarding cervical radiation implant. So you will definitely eliminate letter D kasi ambulation is very, wala siya sa vocabulary yun ng cervical radiation implant. Okay, so tatanggalin nyo ang letter D. And letter C, out of bed in the chair. Meron pa din tong movement. So kasi di ba in the cervical radiation implant, ang piniprevent, tandaan nyo, sa external, ang difference ng external and internal. And external and internal. Dito, exposure pa din, okay? exposure, and dito exposure and dislodgement. Dislodgement. Okay? Dalawa yan. So, ang ano mo, ang external exposure, ang internal exposure and dislodgement. Ang tinutukoy dito paano? Anong activity ang gagawin mo para hindi ma-dislodge? Okay? So, definitely this will be your answer. Dapat ito yung answer mo. Bed rest. Okay? Kasi 'di ba sinabi ko sa inyo, kapag ang pasyente may implant, bawal nga siya i-turn side to side. Talagang bed rest lang siya nakagano. Hindi naman ganyan na ganyan. Pero nakaano siya. CBR without BRP. So imagine ha, kaya nga nung nagturo ako sa inyo, yung commode dapat andoon, dapat yung pasyente mo naka-catheter, dapat ganun, dapat yung nasa bedside, lead container, long-handled forceps, dapat yun yung mga nandun. Okay, so answer is letter A, bed rest. So sir, activity ang tinatanong, walang recommended na activity for your patient with cervical radiation implant. Kasi yan, pag nahulog yan, tapos pinulit mo, ang tawag sa inyo yan, 8080. Pag inano mo yan, pag yan inano mo, pinulot mo ng bare hand. So, sinabi ko yan sa inyo, ha? Okay, next. Number 6, during the admission, assessment of 35-year-old, admission, a 35-year-old client with advanced ovarian cancer. The nurse recognizes which symptoms are typical of the disease. Okay. Sir, hindi mo to nabanggit. Pero by the process of elimination, for sure, dapat itong makuha. You will not answer letter B and letter C kasi the question is pertaining to ovarian cancer. Letter B and letter C is, ito, tinuro ko sa inyo. More on, this is related. Mas related ito sa endometrial cancer. Endometrial cancer. Sir, bakit hindi siya hindi diarrhea na lang ang napaka-general na symptoms ito kung ito ang isasagot nyo, ha? Napaka-vague kung yan ang isasagot nyo. So the best answer, abdominal distension. Sir, bakit may abdominal distension? May abdominal distension kasi during ovarian cancer, nagde-develop ang pasyente. May mga complication na nangyayari. May mga fluid shifting, mayroon din dyan enlargement of tumor na nagkakaroon ng abdominal. Ang pinaka best answer dito is abdominal distension due to the sometimes nagkakaroon ng ascites, nagkakaroon ng enlargement of the tumor. So distension ang nangyayari, lumalaki yung tiyan. So letter B and letter C, you will not, dapat di nyo yan pinagtuunan ng pasyente. Kung sumagot kayo niyan during the post-test, dapat in-eliminate nyo kaagad yung letter B and letter C. Kasi yan, much more related. Ang bleeding, mas related siya sa cervical and endometrial. Pero, pagkakaiba lang nila, cervical is postcoital, endometrial is postmenopausal. So, yun lang. Pero pag mga vaginal bleeding, patapos pertaining to cancer, dyan, mas related yan. Ang mga bleeding sa endometrial and cervical. Pero pag abdominal distension due to enlargement of the tumor, development of ascites, yan, lalaki ang tiyan. Abdominal distension. The correct answer is letter D. Okay? Number 7, Arthur, a hospice nurse visits a client dying of ovarian cancer. During the visit, the client expresses, if I can just live long enough to attend my daughter's graduation, I'll be ready to die. Which phrase of coping is this client experiencing? That is the question. Okay? Letter A, anger. Letter B, denial. Letter C, bargaining. And letter D, depression. So isa-isahin natin. When we say coping mechanisms, di ba? Sa psychiatry, meron tayong DABDA. Okay? DABDA. Sir, di mo to tinuro. Hindi talaga. Ganun talaga. Okay? Testingon ta kung gaano kalawak ang pag-intindi nito sa mga questions na they are related pero sa topic. The question is cancer pa din pero iba yung approach. More on psychological naman sa pasyente. Okay? Ganun minsan ang question. Cancer yung alimbawa oncology yung tinatanong pero the BON is asking about the research. Ganun po 'yan. Okay? Hindi wag kayong masanay kung sa third year niyo, kung sa level 3 kayo, nasanay kayo na napaka-objective ng mga question. Wag ganun. Okay? Wag kasi the TOS is kung objective type nasa level 1 'yan. Yung TOS kung babasahin niyo ang TOS, enhanced TOS na pinalabas ng BON last month, more of the question is coming from the critical thinking na part, kay application and evaluation. Doon po 'yan mga level kung sa Bloom's taxonomy mga nasa level na 'yan, 5 or 6 na question. So difficult question 'yan. Needs deep understanding with the concept. So DABDA, denial, balik tayo. Anger, bargaining. Depression, and acceptance. You are very familiar with this. Alam ko yan. So, isa-isahin natin. Pag sinabi natin denial, shock, or disbelief, okay? If I can just live long enough, shock ba siya? Hindi. Hindi naman. Disbelief. Meron na siyang part na alam niya na yung sakit niya. Hindi na siya nabigla. Depression, when you say depression naman, feeling withdrawn and hopelessness. Sa tingin nyo ba, the statement, if I can just live in long enough to attend my daughter's graduation, I'll be ready to die. Ang dito is parang nakikipag-negotiate. So we call that as bargaining. Okay po, meron siyang gustong hilingin na sabi niya kung sabi niya, if I can just live long enough to attend my daughter's graduation, parang bigyan niyo pa ako ng time para maka-attend lang ako ng graduation, okay na ako, pwede na akong mamatay. So that is bargaining, nakikipag-deal siya. Kay anger, madaling intindihin ng anger. May burst of emotion yan sa statement, pero dyan wala naman siyang sinabi na that will indicate this is anger. Okay, so the correct answer is bargaining, letter C. Most of you, parang madami naman akong nakita dun. Sir, isa-isa mo ba? Hindi naman. Pero during the recording na nakikita na sabi ko, ang dami naman paling tumama dito sa mga question na to. Okay? The correct answer is letter C. Number 8, let's proceed. A female client with cancer receiving chemotherapy and develops thrombocytopenia. We call that as chemotherapy-induced thrombocytopenia. Anong problema ng chemotherapy-induced thrombocytopenia or your CIT? Anong dito ang problema? Mababa ang platelet. Okay? Mababa ang platelet. Okay? So, the nurse identify which interventions as the highest priority in the nursing plan of care. Okay, letter A, monitoring of temperature. Letter B, ambulation 3 times daily. And letter C, monitoring the platelet count. And letter D, monitoring of pathological fractures. Okay, so isa-isahin natin. So letter A, monitoring the temperature. Monitoring of temperature is more on sa siya. Siyempre walang nasagot. Neutropenia siya, okay? Kasi ang elevated temperature is a sign of infection. So hindi siya related sa low platelet. Kasi walang kinalaman ng platelet sa pag-ano ng infection. More on sa siya, sa clotting factors. Okay? Ambulation 3 times daily. Pag sinabi natin ambulation 3 times daily, parang hindi siya ganun ka-related sa question. Parang ang layo ng sagot. Okay? Monitoring up for pathological fracture. For the pathological fracture, this is more on a bone cancer na approach. Pero kung dito sa question na to, napakadali ng tanong. Highest priority ang tinatanong. Syempre, you will monitor the platelet count. Okay? Kung meron diyan option na ang sinasabi, monitor for bleeding, yun yung isagot nyo. Halimbawa, monitor for platelet count versus monitor for bleeding. If I will be the one to answer that between the two, monitoring the platelet count versus monitoring signs of bleeding, doon ako sa signs of bleeding. Okay po. So, wala dyan, pero ang isasagot ko is letter C kasi yan yung pinakamalapit. Ano po yung binibigay natin na gamot kapag mababa ang platelet? The answer is Neomega. This is the the generic name. Okay, then for pag mababa ang low platelet ito. Platelet. Pag mababa naman ang WBC, low WBC, ang binibigay natin, powetine. Powetine alpha. Okay? Then kapag bababa naman ang natin, ang WBC, yung filgrastim. Okay, yan. Naturo ko yan sa inyo na isa-isa ko yan. Okay? So, let's proceed. Sana naiintindihan. Medyo mabilis ng konti. Number 9. A female client is admitted to the hospital with suspected diagnosis of Hodgkin's disease. Which the nurse Hodgkin's disease or ang most common which of the assessment findings would the nurse expect to note, especially in the client? Okay? Letter A, fatigue. Letter B, weakness. Letter C, weight gain. And letter D, enlarged lymph nodes. Nandyan na sinisigawan na kayo ng sagot. Letter D, enlarged lymph nodes. Sir, ano ang classic sign ng natin? Kung halimbawa meron tayo dyan makapa sa lymph nodes nyo, painless, yan ha. Yung lymph nodes nyo, painless kung meron dyan maliit na kayo, and movable. Ito po yung classic. Pag meron dyan nakapa na bukol-bukol sa may mga kulani nyo, ibang kulani nyo masakit. Pero pag may nakapa kayo na hindi siya masakit, tapos movable siya, so baka lang. Okay. Baka yan, senyales na meron kang abnormal sa lymph nodes mo. Okay? So the answer is letter D, enlarged lymph nodes. Letter A, fatigue, weakness. Okay, yes po, weakness meron, pero fatigue, medyo masyado siyang general. And weight gain, di ba weight loss yung ko sa inyo, tinuro. Okay? So, sudden weight loss. So the answer is letter D, enlarged lymph nodes. Okay po. Number 10, the male client is receiving external radiation therapy to the neck for cancer of the larynx. Okay? Cancer of the larynx. The most likely side effect to be expected is, tinuro ko to sa inyo. Okay? External radiation therapy, dyspnea, diarrhea, sore throat, constipation. Sir, ang tinuro mo sa amin is dry mouth. Sir, wala dyan dry mouth. Kasi yung tinuro mo sa amin, sir, kapag lower extremities, diarrhea ang sagot. Okay, lower extremities. Kapag upper extremities, dry mouth. Kapag upper. So, binigyan lang kayo ng konting trick. Okay? Constipation, absolutely hindi. Sir, di ba sabi sa technique, sa pagkapag-opposing ang option, dapat dyan ang sagot. Mali nga. Kasi ang tinuro ko sa inyo, yung upper is dry mouth, and yung sa diarrhea naman is yung sa lower. So, hindi yun applicable dito. Okay, dyspnea kapag siguro ang ang external radiation is directly through doon sa lungs, siguro ito yung magiging sagot natin. Pero ang tinatanong dito is sa larynx. So upper extremities. So, sir, bakit hindi dry mouth, sore throat? Nagde-develop naman ng sore throat dahil sa dry mouth. So wag wag niyo i-overthink na na ganun ka komplikado. Okay? So the answer is letter C. Kasi 'di ba ang sore throat yung nagsisimula yun pag meron tayong parang langsagad. So minsan dry mouth, dry dito, dry mouth. So the answer is letter C. So ano nga yung yung um, upper lower lower the lower extremities, lower torso, tapos upper torso. Okay? So ano yung binibigay natin kapag ang pasyente management natin post external radiation therapy na nag-develop ng side effect ng dry mouth. So we can give ice chips and hard candies to promote salivation. Okay po? Yun. Okay? Number 11. Nurse Megs is admitting a male client with laryngeal cancer to the nursing unit. The nurse assesses for which most common risk factor for this type of cancer. Okay? Ang tinatanong natin is risk factor, laryngeal cancer. Letter A, alcohol abuse. Letter B, cigarette smoking. Letter C, use of chewing tobacco. And letter D, exposure to air pollutants. Okay? So, ang A and C may contribute, pero hindi siya ganun yung ang tinatanong na most common risk factors. The best answer is letter B, cigarette smoking pa din. Okay, laryngeal cancer ang pinag-uusapan natin ha. Na ano ko yan sa inyo, na-discuss ko yan sa inyo. Ano nga yung sinabi ko sa inyo pagdating sa laryngeal cancer, yung mga risk factors. Tingnan ko yung notes ko ha. Yung sinabi ko sa inyo about laryngeal cancer is isa-isahin natin. For your laryngeal cancer, overuse of your larynx, yung mga singer, mga teacher. So, yan. Number 2 is smoking. And number 3 is less oral fluid intake. Sir, alcohol abuse and use of chewing tobacco, hindi po ba? May amplify. Yung letter A and letter A and B, may amplify the condition, okay? Pero hindi siya yung pinaka-risk factor. Ang pwede nating maging sagot, ang pinaka-the best ditong answer is cigarette smoking pa din po. Okay? So, baka magulo ang buhay nyo kung may nilagay dyan na professional, teacher. Okay? Pero, it depends pa kung yung teacher is merong kasunod na statement. So, hindi naman ganun kakomplikado yung question, na simple question that asking a simple answer. Okay? B yung sagot dyan, cigarette smoking. Ano nga yung mga risk factor for your laryngeal cancer? Ulitin ko, overuse of larynx, Letter B, smoking. And ang pangatlo is less oral fluid intake. So, that's the correct answer. Letter B. Number 12, Ian, a community health nurse instructing a group of female clients about BSE. Okay, BSE naman. The nurse instruct the client to perform the examination. Letter A, at least at the onset of menstruation. Letter B, every month during ovulation. Letter C, weekly at the same time of day. Letter D, 1 week after menstruation. So let's use the process of elimination. So letter C, weekly at the same time. Hindi po weekly ha. Hindi weekly. Ang tinuro ko sa inyo is monthly. Kung monthly, same time of day. Okay? So, kumbaga, same date. Okay? Kasimplihin na lang natin. Same date. For your, this is for regular menstruation. So, for irregular naman, choose, okay? Choose a specific date na doon kayo. For example, September 24. So, kung irregular ka, October 24 ulit. Okay, ang gawin mo. Yun. Specific date. Okay po? So, 1 week after menstruation, and A and B at the onset of menstruation every month during ovulation. So, you will not answer letter A and letter B. Why, sir? Kasi, meron tayong tinatawag na, kumbaga, hormonal influence. Okay? Hormonal influence. Okay, the breast tissue, yung breast tissue is affected by your hormones, okay, especially your estrogen. Okay? Yung it may alter the normal breast tissues, pwedeng matagas pa during ovulation and at the onset of menstruation kasi may peak pa dyan yung estrogen. Baka mamali lang, meron kayo dyan makapa na matagas, baka yun, mapagkamalan nyo. So, hindi yan advisable ang letter A and B. Okay? And letter C, weekly at the same time, hindi po. 1 month po. So, 1 week after menstruation is the best answer. Tinuro ko po yan sa inyo. Opo. So, that's the correct answer. Letter D. 1 week after menstruations. Number 13, a female client is hospitalized for insertion of an internal cervical radiation. Ulit-ulit na to ha. While giving care, the nurse finds that the radiation implant in bed nahulog. The initial action by the nurse is, letter A, call the physician. Wag po kayong sasagot agad ng mga ganyan ha. Call the physician kasi sometimes the BON is asking you kung ano talaga yung gagawin mo as a nurse. Hindi, walang nurse na parang, kasi meron tayong tinatawag na independent function saka dependent function. So, tinitest nila kung ano ang gagawin mo sa mga ganyan na bagay. Reinsert the implant, never ha, never reinsert into the vagina immediately. Okay? Pick up the implant with glove, hands, and flush it down to the toilet. Wala akong tinurong ganito ha, na upulitin mo ng gloves, tapos i-flash mo. Okay. Hindi po. Kasi nga, i-document mo pa yan yung nangyari. So, the best answer is letter D. Pick up the implant with long-handled forceps and place it to lead container. Nabanggit ko na to kanina. Kaya for sure, alam niyo na to. Okay? So, number 13 is letter D. Number 14. Angela, a clinical instructor, is conducting a lecture about chemotherapy. Okay. Si Ma'am Angie ata to. A clinical instructor is conducting lecture about chemotherapy. Which of the following statement correct about the rate of cell growth? in the relation to chemotherapy. So binanggit to, ulit-ulit ko to binanggit during my lecture. Letter A, faster growing cells are more susceptible to chemotherapy. Letter B, faster growing cells are less susceptible chemotherapy. Letter C, slower growing cells are more susceptible to chemotherapy. And letter D, non-dividing cells are more susceptible to chemotherapy. Letter C, you will slower growing cells are more susceptible. Hindi po. Hindi. Mali. Okay? Dapat ganyan kayo sumagot. Pag alam nyo mali, i-X nyo na. Okay. Faster growing cells are less? Hindi po. What make it wrong? Less susceptible. Yes, faster growing cell is yung tinutukoy natin dito na yun yung tinatanong ng question, yung relationship ng cell growth duman sa chemotherapy. So, di ba tinuro ko sa inyo na ang chemotherapy targets not only the cancer cell, designed siya to target the rapidly dividing cell. Kasi ang cancer cell is rapidly dividing. Kaya dyan siya binuo ang chemo drugs. Pero at the same time, hindi po cancer cell lang ang target niya. Nadadama yung normal cell na rapidly dividing cell. Ano yung mga yun? Your hair follicles, your skin, yan po. Yan po yung kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng alopecia. Yun po, yun yung rason kaya may alopecia pag nagki-chemotherapy. Okay? Non-dividing cell are more susceptible. Wala akong nabanggit na ganito. The best answer is letter A. Faster growing cells are more susceptible to chemotherapy. Yun na. Na-explain ko na kung bakit. Okay po. Number 15. Which statements made by a group of community clients communicate to the nurse potential warning signs of cancer except, okay, beware sa mga ganito ha, may except, all but one, mga ganyan. Needs further teaching, tinuro na yan sa inyo, napakapyawan na yan ni Sir Bien sa inyo during this lecture. Okay. Letter A, for the past 2 years, I had a chronic productive cough for 3 months out of the year. Letter B, last month when I was doing breast self-exam, I've noticed lump the size of marble. Okay. Letter C, my mole is itchy and the borders have become uneven with blackish and bluish color. Letter D, recently I have noticed that my bowel movements appear black. So, ang tinatanong natin dito is yung hindi. Kasi po, ang sabi, statements made by a group of community clients about the potential warning signs except, okay, so recently I have noticed that my bowel movements appear black, sudden change of bowel habits and characteristics of your bowel suggest colorectal cancer. Okay, sudden change of bowel habits. Di ba nandun yan sa caution na tinuro ko sa inyo with caution with triple U. Okay? Sudden change of bowel habits and bowel characteristics. Characteristics niya appear black without any reason. Hindi ka kumain ng pagkain na nagkukulay black, hindi ka nagte-take ng iron, so biglang nag-black. Okay? Bowel characteristics. Okay? My mole is itchy and the borders have, this suggests, ito pala ha, this suggests colorectal CA. My mole is itchy, borders have become uneven. Andyan na yung sagot ho. Andyan na. Borders have become uneven. This is based on the ABC of your skin cancer. This suggests skin cancer. Okay, suggests skin cancer. For skin cancer, ABC ang tandaan nyo dyan, ABCDE. Okay, ano nga yung ABCDE? Asymmetry. Okay? Asymmetrical. Okay? Asymmetrical. Tinuro ko yan sa inyo. And borders, uneven. Okay? Borders are uneven. Andyan na. So, you will not answer letter C and you will not answer letter D. Kasi ang tinatanong natin dito, yung hindi warning sign. Kasi except. Okay? So, and blackish to bluish. Okay? For the color, multicolor. So, dalawa yung clue mo sa letter C, kaya hindi mo talaga siya isasagot. Number 1 and number 2. Okay? For the color, okay, multicolor. Okay? Madami. Meron kang makikitang kulay na either dalawa or tatlo. Okay po. And for the D is the diameter. For the diameter, more than 6 millimeter. Okay, it suggests skin cancer. Okay, and letter E is evolving. Okay po, evolving. Tandaan nyo yan. And letter B, last month when I was doing my breast self-examination, I've noticed lump the size of a marble. This suggests breast cancer. Okay, breast cancer. So, letter A. Sir, ano yung letter A? For the past 2 years, I have had a chronic productive cough for 3 months out of the year. This is the exact definition of your chronic bronchitis. Okay, tandaan nyo ha. Di ba sa COPD nyo dalawa, emphysema and chronic bronchitis. This is the exact. Okay, malay mo, tanungin sa board exam, paano mo masasabi na ang pasyente ay may chronic bronchitis? Hindi po yan knowledge ha, hindi po yan low kasi medyo maano yan na question. Kasi papaisipin ka. Ang the best answer is, ang tamang sagot dyan, yan, past 2 years, 2 consecutive years, nagkaroon ka ng ubo for 3 months. Okay, ganito, sir, magulo. Ganito, ngayong taon, 2024, inubo ako, tapos smoker ako ha, may history ako. Inubo ako ng January to March. Yan ha, ganun ka haba yung ubo ko. Tapos nawala. Pero the next 2024 ngayon yan, 2025, inubo ulit ako. Pero hindi siya same month, pero in a span of 3 months ulit. So that is the exact definition of your chronic bronchitis. For the past 2 years, I have had a chronic productive cough for 3 months out of the year. So this is a chronic bronchitis. Hindi to related sa cancer. Okay po, chronic bronchitis. Okay? Answer is letter A. Kasi ang tinatanong is potential warning sign pero may except. Okay po, so the answer is letter A. Verse 16, move on tayo. The community health nurse provide educational session regarding the risk factors for cervical cancer to women in the local community. The nurse determines that further teaching is needed. The nurse identifies that further teaching is needed. Okay, this is a negative statement ha. Ibig sabihin, mali. If a woman attending the session identify which risk factor for this type of cancer. Okay, mali. Yung mali ang hinahanap dyan. Need further teaching. Okay, letter A, smoking tobacco. Ang inaan natin dito is cervical cancer. Letter B, single-sex partner. Letter C, early age of first intercourse. In letter D, HPV. The first thing na dapat tanggalin nyo dyan is HPV. Kasi tamang-tama yung sinabi. Kasi nung tinanong mo daw yung mga babae na nag-a-attend doon sa session, sabi ng mga babae, nag-hands up yung mga iba na, ay, alam ko yan, HPV. So, hindi mo yan isasagot kasi tama yung sagot niya. Hinahanap is mali. Further teaching or further education kasi mali yung sinabi nila. Okay? Early age at first intercourse. So, sir, paano ba masasabing early age intercourse? At the age of 16 below, masasabi natin ganun ang early age. Kapag 20, hindi na po. Ano na yan? Medyo okay na yan. Okay, so single-sex partner, smoking tobacco. So you will not answer this one. And yan, early age of first intercourse, Tama o mali? Yes po, sir. Tama. So you will not answer that one kasi ang hinahanap natin mali. Okay? So, ang next natin is smoking tobacco between single-sex partner. Ito na lang. So, hindi natin isasagot ang smoking tobacco kasi this is related also to your cervical cancer, ha? Tandaan niyo 'yan. Napaka-general ng tobacco use, ng smoking. Madami siya. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, madaming carcinogenic substances ang ang sigarilyo. Okay? And madami din na cancer na related sa kanya. Hindi lang lung cancer and laryngeal cancer. Tandaan niyo yan. Opo. So, the best answer is single-sex partner. Kasi po, ang ano natin dito, magiging tama ito kapag ang sinabi is multiple. Multiple sex partner. Okay? So, we are looking for the wrong answer of the woman attending in the session na nagpo-provide ka ng education tapos during evaluation tinanong mo sila ano yung mga nabanggit ko ngaya na risk factor for cervical cancer. Sabi nung isa, single sex partner. So that is a statement that needs further education and teaching. Ito po yan, ha? So the best answer is letter B. Okay? Next, 17. MAR, a patient diagnosed metastatic colon cancer, which of the following priority nursing intervention for the care of terminally ill? Okay, ito yung clue nyo, ha? Terminally ill patient diagnosed with metastatic cancer. Letter A, maintaining bowel function. Letter B, alleviating and relieving pain. Letter C, preventing respiratory arrest. And letter D, managing chemotherapy. So, kapag mga terminally ill, papasok dito si palliative care. Okay, palliative care. Okay. Pag sinabi natin palliative care, this is a care which we provide comfort, we are promoting comfort, then pain management, and supportive control na lang naman. Hindi na yan yung talagang aggressive management to stop the kasi based on the statement sa question is wala, kalat na yung cancer cells. So terminally ill na si patient. So the best answer this is alleviating and relieving pain. Kasi again, palliative care focusing on promoting of comfort and pain control. Okay po, pain control, pain management, and supportive management na lang. Yan na lang naman. Wala nang, ang iba, pinapasok na sa hospice care, may mga inuwi na sa bahay, palliative na lang. Paano ang palliative, sir? We are giving high dose of pain medication para lang ma-relieve kasi cancer may mga cancer na napakasakit. So, mawala lang yung sakit. That is a palliative management. So, the best answer is letter B. Letter B. Okay? Sana lahat tumama dito. Okay? And number 18, proceed tayo. Sana nakukuha nyo, ha? Sana nakukuha nyo. May feedback ako na nakuha nyo yung mga dinidiscuss ko. Kahit wala akong masyadong interaction ngayon. Number 18, a client is admitted to a hospital for chemotherapy complications. Laboratory results show an absolute neutrophil count of 480 cells cubic millimeter. Okay? What information? Medyo tricky kasi ito kasi dapat alam nyo yung normal neutrophil level, neutrophil count. What information contained in the admission history this client will need to be addressed during the discharge education, na. Okay, so, halimbawa, given the situation na hindi nyo alam kung ano yung normal value ng neutrophil count. So, huwag kayong matoxic agad. Himay-himayin nyo yung question. A client is admitted to the hospital for chemotherapy complications. Chemotherapy complications, dyan pa lang dapat magkaroon na kayo ng clue. although hindi ko alam ang neutrophil count, baka ang sinasabi dito is neutropenia, low WBC. Okay? So, dun pa lang dapat may idea na kayo. What information contained in the admission history of this client will need to be addressed. Need to be addressed for this during discharge education. Letter A, sabi ng ang sabi, it's steamed vegetables daily. So, may mali ba dito or wala? Wala naman. Wala naman problema. Huwag lang kumain ng raw. Okay? So, bakit ang raw bawal? Kasi po, yung raw, meron po yan mga bacteria pa din. Okay? Meron yan. Kasi nga, raw. Halimbawa, yung raw meat, yung raw, mga Japanese food, like, ang tawag dyan, sushi and sashi, mga ganyan, yung mga ganyan na Japanese food, di ba nga mga ano yan, mga raw. So, bawal po yan sa may mababang WBC. Then letter B, enjoys eating grilled shrimp weekly. So, walang problema. Walang problema. Letter D, takes a bath daily and applies moisturizing. So, wala rin po problema. Kasi, daily bath is a hygienic practice. So, we are preventing infections. We are preventing cleanliness. We are promoting cleanliness. So, letter D, gardens as a hobby. So, medyo, sketchy. So, the best answer is letter C. Why? Kasi po, we are preventing infection. Kapag nag-garden ka, you are exposed to different kinds of microorganisms dyan. Okay? Kasi, yan, lupa yan. Gardening is, andyan ang lupa. Hindi naman pwede na nag-garden ka, nag-uutos. Hindi po. So, the best answer is letter C. Sir, ano ba ang normal, neutrophil value, neutrophil count? The normal value is 1,500 to 7,000 cells cubic millimeter. Okay, ito po ang normal. So, ang baba. So, although hindi kayo binigyan ng normal value, hindi nyo alam ang normal value. Yung 450 cells is wala talaga kayo. Pag hinimay nyo yung questions, like chemotherapy complications, so ang binanggit pa is neutrophil. So you will get the correct answer. Correct answer is letter C. Po, let's proceed. For 19, the client is diagnosed as having a bowel tumor and several diagnostic tests are prescribed. The nurse understands that which test will confirm the diagnosis of malignancy. Tinuro ko to sa inyo. Ha? Confirmatory test. Confirmatory test. Okay? Letter B, abdominal ultrasound, magnetic resonance imaging. So this one will only provide an imaging, pero hindi po ito diagnostic test. Sir, surgery, hindi po surgery ang sagot dyan. Kasi po, ang surgery is management, hindi naman siya confirmatory test. Hindi siya confirmatory test. The best answer is biopsy of the tumor. Biopsy of the tumor. Pero sometimes surgery nagiging way. Okay, halimbawa, may tumubong bukol pero hindi nag-undergo ng biopsy. Tinanggal yung tumor, excisional, okay? Tinanggal lahat yung tumor, kumuha ng sample, pero sinabit pa din for biopsy. Ginawang way lang yung surgery para makakuha ng tissue, tapos sinabit for biopsy. Sir, meron naman ba sir na na imaging tapos kumuha ng sample? Pasok ba yun, sir? Kumuha ng sample, isasubmit pa din yan. For example, colonoscopy, tapos during colonoscopy, kumuha sila ng sample. Di ba may fiber optic camera yan sa loob? Papasok through your anus, yan, i-explore ang colon mo. Tapos meron dyan, maliit na clip, tapos kukuha ng tissue doon sa polyp na nakita doon sa colon mo. So pagkakuha ng tissue, ilalabas yung camera. Tapos kasi may through visualization nakita nila may mga polyp doon. So kumurot, paglabas, isasubmit pa din yun for biopsy. Sir, bakit biopsy? Kasi po, 'di ba, yung biopsy is microscopic view yung niya, yung approach, titingnan under microscope, you will see the difference between normal and tissue na nag-undergo ng dysplasia. Sir, ano yung dysplasia? Changes in size, shape, and color of your cells. So the correct answer is biopsy pa din po. Okay? Make sense? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Number 20. The community nurse is conducting a health promotion program at the local school and is discussing risk factors associated with cervical cancer. Cervical cancer. Which of the following identified by the client as a risk factor for cervical cancer indicates a need further teaching? Okay? Needs further teaching. Okay. Letter A, smoking. This is similar question with your number 16. Number 16. So, kung nakuha mo yung number 16, dapat nakuha mo ang number 20 during the exam. So, number 20, letter A, smoking, kakasabi ko lang. This is related also to your cervical cancer. Yes. Multiple sex partner. Yes. Okay. Kung ako yung nag-exam nito, nung nabasa ko yung number 16, tapos hindi ako sigurado ng sagot ko sa number 16, tapos nung nabasa ko ang number 20, i-compare ko to. Ako kukuha yung sagot doon kahit wala akong alam doon sa number 16. Letter C, first intercourse at the age of 20 years old, then annual gynecological exam. Yes, it's depende. Example, your pap smear, okay? Pap smear and your HPV screening, okay? So, what is the difference between your pap smear? Ang pap smear, tinitingnan yung structure, okay, ng cervix mo. Ang HPV, kinukuha natin yung DNA. Ang tinitingnan natin is the DNA of the virus, kung meron. Kung may meron dyan DNA ng HPV virus, positive ka for HPV screening. Pero sa pap smear naman, kukuha ng tissue doon sa cervix mo, titingnan through your microscope, tapos yung dysplasia na naman dyan, kung merong changes doon sa cell. Kung meron, so meron tayong mga further confirmatory testing para masabi natin na may cervical cancer ka. Okay? So ano yung sinabi ko sa inyo? First intercourse before 17 years old. So 16 years old is considered as early intercourse. So 20 sexual intercourse, 20 is not. So this is the correct answer. Kasi ang tinatanong, which of the following identified by the client as a risk factor for cervical cancer indicates needs further teaching? This is a negative. Ibig sabihin, mali yung sinabi niya. Okay? A, smoking is tama. B, multiple sex partner is tama. Letter D, annual gynecological exam is tama. Okay? I mean, hindi siya risk factors, pero ano siya, way para maano natin yung development ng cervical cancer. The correct answer is letter B, letter C. Okay? Kasi at the age of 20 years old, hindi na natin masasabi na ano siya, early. Okay? So, ganun pala yun. So, first intercourse at 20 years old, hindi na natin yan masasabi. Early age. Okay po? So, pero be responsible ha. Baka magkaroon kayo ng idea. Okay? Ay, mga edad niyo, mga ano na kayo? Ano ba kayong taon na kayo? 20. Magtapos muna. Opo. Tapos muna. Para enjoy nyo ang life niyo after college years. Enjoy nyo yung buhay nyo. Okay? After ano. Yung sweldo nyo, i-enjoy nyo. Travel kayo after. Katrabaho kayo ng maayos. Okay? 21. Let's proceed. 21. When assessing a laboratory result of the client with bladder cancer and bone metastasis. So, there is a bladder cancer na nakumalat sa bone. Tandaan nyo pala ha, pag metastasis ang pinag-uusapan, the most common site ng metastasis, yung madali, okay, is the LLB. Okay? Lung, liver, and the bone. Kasi ito yung mga baga madaming blood na supply, madaming Pero ito yung pinaka favorite ng cancer cells na puntahan. Halimbawa, yan, may bladder cancer ka, nag-develop siya sa bone metastasis. The nurse notes that the calcium level is 40 mg per DL. The nurse recognizes that this is consistent with which of the oncological emergency. Madami akong nakita na sumagot nito, which is salungat sa tinuro ko. Kasi ang tinuro ko sa inyo, ang tumor lysis syndrome is hypokalemia. Sir, hindi naman kasi sir sinabi dyan sa question na hypokalemia. Yun yung naging problema nyo. Pero hindi ko yun kasalanan kasi dumaan naman kayo sa fluid and electrolytes during your third year. By the way, ako magiging fluids and electrolytes nyo. DCA, marami tayong pag-uusapan doon sa fluids and electrolytes. Like, yan, yung mga electrolytes nyo, yung fluids, and yung ABG kasama dyan. Okay, by the way, ABG, 2 board exam na ang palaging present ang ABG. Paano mo sila nalaman? Feedback. November 2024, 3 question related sa ABG. Interpretation ba? Yes, sir. Sabi ng nag-exam. May 2025, kung taon lang, 2 daw na ABG. Interpretation ba? Yes. Kaya pag hindi ka marunong mag-interpret, wala. Sir, bakit lumalabas na yan ngayon? Dati hindi. During our time, wala niyan. Kasi may concept kayong critical care. Okay, ICU yan. Sa ICU, importante yan. Kasi ABG is parang routine test sa ICU. Okay? ABG. So, balik tayo. So, sir, hindi ko alam yung normal calcium. So, kung hindi mo alam, tandaan mo lang to ha. Okay? Call 911 or call. Okay? Your calcium, which is Ca positive. Calcium is Ca positive because your calcium is cation siya, positively charged. So, and the normal calcium level is 9 to 11 milligram per DL. So, sa body call 911, Ca tapos 911. So, tandaan nyo lang, kanta ni sa body call 911. Yan. This is the normal milligram per DL. So, sir, 14, the hypercalcemia yan. So, the best answer is hypercalcemia. Sir, bakit may hypercalcemia? Ganito po. Dinig po. For your bone metastasis, so during your bone metastasis, meron na dyan cancer cells kasi may nagmetastasize na nga. So, increase ang osteoclastic activity. Sir, ano yung osteoclastic na sinasabi mo? Destruction of your bone. Okay? Kasi pag increase ang osteoblastic, iba yun. Osteoblast is formation. Okay? Formation. Ang plastic is destruction and your blastic is formation. Okay? So pag increase ang osteoclastic sa may bone cancer, sir, pag may destruction ng bone, may release of the components of the bone, which is your calcium. Okay? Sir, saan marirelease? Sa bloodstream. Kaya pag tinest mo ang blood ng calcium level, mataas. Okay? So, hypercalcemia. Mataas ang increased calcium. So, meron kang hypercalcemia. Make sense? So, the best answer is letter A. Yung sumagot ng tumor lysis syndrome, hindi kayo nagpasa. Baka. Okay. Extravasation ang layo. And hypocalcemia, hindi. Okay. So baka may sumagot ng hypocalcemia. Di ko lang sure, pero may mga nakita kasi akong sumagot nito. Pero ang correct answer is letter B, hypercalcemia. 22. The nurse is aware that the classification of cisplatin is, okay, so based on the question, napakaano siya. Kung sa Bloom's taxonomy, nasa ano lang siya, knowledge, remembering lang siya. Simple question lang ito. Kasi we are looking for the drug classification, sub-classification of the drug. Anti-neoplastic, yes, anti-neoplastic ang cisplatin, pero napaka-general na sagot. Kasi ang daming anti-neoplastic. Okay, ang tinatanong is classification na yung sub-classification. Letter B, anti-metabolites. Letter C, alkylating agents. Letter D, anti-tumor antibiotics. Pag, di ba, ang tinuro ko sa inyo, pag sinabi nating anti-metabolites, this is the drugs, chemo drugs with number except your methotrexate. Okay? Alkylating agent, anti-tumor, yung mga mycin. Pero hindi po yan absolute ha, kasi yung tinuro ko sa inyo na yung mga mycin din na antibiotics like streptomycin, kanamycin, neomycin, gentamicin, hindi po sila mga anti-tumor antibiotics. Ito naman yung mga mycin, bleomycin, doxorubicin, then indamycin. So ito yung mga mycin. The answer is letter C. Kasi remembering lang naman ito, napaka-objective ng tanong. So ito yung mga C. The cyclophosphamide, cisplatin, carboplatin, sila yun. The best answer, ang answer dyan is letter C. Mga C, cisplatin. Okay? 23. Which of the following is the priority nursing action when the client states, my IV sites hurt during the chemotherapy administrations? Okay, so kung may idea ka with regards to the complications of chemotherapy drugs, yung mga chemotherapy drugs, magkakaroon ka dito ng answer agad. Okay, so you will suspect that this is a complication, you call it extravasation. Ito yun ha. Ito, yung binanggit ko kanina. Extravasation. Bakit sir masakit? Kasi po, irritating and vesicant. When you say vesicant, ano siya ng skin, nakaka-burn. Okay? Ayan yung mga characteristics ng ng anti-neoplastic agent, mga chemotherapeutic drugs. Preposition the needle, so hindi mo yan gagawin ha. Kapag nag-out or nag-leak, walang repositioning dyan, lalo na chemo drugs yan. Or kahit sa sa ibang simpleng fluids lang. Pag mga ganyan, i-ano mo na kasi may nag-leak na, so out na yung needle, hindi na yung kayang reposition dito. Notify the physician. Again, hindi ito napaka-advisable na isagot yung notify the physician. Okay? Kasi we have, as a nurse, we have also a function independently. Okay? We don't need, pag sinabing independent nursing function, we don't need any doctor's order para gawin mo yan. Okay? Gawin mo lang ng tama. Binigay yan sa iyo kapartner ng lisensya mo para gawin mo ng tama. Hindi para abusuin na gawin na mali. Okay, letter D, apply cold pack to the IV sites. Cold pack will trigger pa ng pain. Okay, magkakos pa ng pain. Okay, kasi may vasoconstriction yan. This may lead to vasoconstriction. So, pag may vasoconstriction, merong pain dyan. Opo, kasi may constriction. So, the best answer is letter C. Ano ang dapat gawin natin? Stop the infusion. Pag in-stop natin ang infusion, so tanggalin mo yung tubing. Okay? Tanggalin yung tubing. Di ba? Di ba kasi yan? Cannula, may tubing, papunta sa chemo drugs. So So tanggalin mo yung tubing, aspirate, leave mo yung cannula to aspirate the excess. Okay? Kasi, di ba, during my discussion, during my lecture, leave, hindi mo siya tatanggalin yung cannula. Diyan mo lang siya, tapos, ang purpose kung bakit natin yan, i-stop mo siya, tatanggalin mo yung tubing, yung cannula, yung ano mo, way mo para ma-aspirate mo yung nag-spill na ano sa tissues. Okay? So yun yung ano nun. Um, yun yung purpose. Okay? Kung bakit ano natin, hindi natin tatanggalin agad. Okay? Pero i-stop natin agad. Okay po? Kasi pag stop mo agad, mapiprevent mo na yung pag-leak doon. Kasi wala na siya sa ugat. Nasa tissue na siya, nagli-leak na siya, lumabas na siya. Maraming factor kung bakit nangyayari. Either na-burn yung ugat, nabutas, or ano, dahil sa magalaw na pasyente. Answer is letter C. Po. 24. Which of the following would be the major intervention to help prevent lung cancer? Okay. Encourage cigarette smoker to have early chest radiographs. Instruct people about techniques for smoking cessation. Letter C, recommend that people have their houses and apartment checked for asbestos leakage. And letter D, encourage people to install central air cleaners in their homes. Okay, the question is, following a major intervention to help prevent. Okay, when we say prevention, we are dealing with the most and cost effective. Okay, pag ganyan ang pagsagot nyo, cost effective. Ano ba ang pinaka cost effective dyan sa na yan, sa apat na yan? Encourage cigarette smokers to have yearly chest radiographs. Although pag may nakita ka na abnormal sa lung, it will not prevent. Early detection, okay, will not prevent. Halimbawa, kasi this encourage chest radiographs will fall in your secondary prevention. Okay. Ang hanapin natin dito is yung primary prevention and the cost effective. Okay. Recommend that people have their houses, apartment checked for asbestos. Parang hindi ito masyado tong ang tawag dyan, ang hinahanap natin is cost effective ba? Parang medyo siya, hindi siya yung simple lang. Okay. Then, letter D, encourage people to install. Hindi kailangan. Okay? Hindi kailangan magpa-install para ma-prevent Magpa-install ka nga sa bahay nyo, pero sa labas, grabe ang smokers. So, letter B, instruct people about techniques for smoking cessation. So, this is the primary. Okay? Primary prevention. Okay? So, your primary prevention is the letter B. Okay? Instruct people about techniques for. Dito naman talaga tayo, pag mga nurse, more on instructions, okay? More on health teachings. Pero yung recommend that the people love their houses, apartment check, parang hindi siya cost effective. Also with the letter D. Encourage people to install, hindi cost effective and sa loob lang ng bahay. Ano kung sa labas? Okay? So letter B is the correct answer. 25. Hati na tayo. Let's proceed. Student nurse Alwin was asked about the difference between Hodgkin's lymphoma with other types of lymphomas. His best response would be A, massive proliferation of leukocytes in the bone marrow. Letter B, presence of red Sternberg cells. Letter C, an altered DNA molecular structure. And letter C, an altered DNA molecular structure. And letter D, crowding out of normal bone marrow cells. So tinuro ko sa inyo the difference between the other lymphomas ng Hodgkin's, the presence of your red Sternberg cells. Saan nga to si Sir galing? This red Sternberg cells is as a result of your B cells mutation. Okay? B cells mutation. Okay? So, this is parang pathognomonic or the classic sign kapag tinest niya ang ano mo, makikita na may red Sternberg. Ano nga Sternberg cell? Ano nga yung itsura niya? Ito po, yung parang owl. Ito. Yan ang red Sternberg cell. Yan ang itsura niya. Okay? Owl appearance. Then, letter A, sir. Ano yan? A massive proliferation of leukocytes. Letter A and letter D is related sila kasi yung letter A and letter D is related sila to leukemia. Okay? Mga definition ito ng leukemia. Ay iba-iba kasing klase ng leukemia. Pero itong crowding out of the normal cells, lahat sila ganun. Pero yung massive proliferation of leukocytes in the bone is either ALL or CLL. Sir, medyo ano yan na bago. I-discuss natin yan sa doon ko kasi yan sinama sa ano sa HEMA kasi cancer of the blood siya. So this is related to your leukemia and also leukemia. Unaltered DNA molecular structure, masyadong ano, masyadong general yung ano, yung letter C. So the best answer is letter D. Okay? A and D, the best answer is letter B, the red Sternberg cells, and letter A and D is for your leukemia yan, hindi yan for Hodgkin's. Opo. 26. The students are aware that secondary cancer prevention means, okay, ito na yan ha, ano ko na yan sa inyo, na-discuss ko yan, inulit-ulit ko yan. So, eating high fiber and low fat diet. So, this is primary, ha? Primary. Diet modification, this is primary prevention. Okay? Prevention of genetic cancer inheritance. Prevention of genetic cancer inheritance, this is more on if I were to answer prevention of genetic cancer inheritance, more on primary. Pero madaming way. Kung titingnan mo kasi yung letter C is napaka ano niya, hindi siya napaka vague. Hindi siya kasi when we say secondary prevention, this is more on screening, early detection, and prompt treatment. Tandaan niyo yan ha, pag sinabing secondary prevention, ang focus niya is screening, early detection, and prompt treatment. So, ano yun, sir? Ano yung surgery? Prompt treatment siya. So, nasa secondary, ano siya? Prevention. So, yan na. Kaya yung sa diniscuss ko sa inyo ng ladder, lahat yun. Okay? Secondary yun. Under siya ng secondary prevention. So the best answer is detection and screening efforts to achieve early diagnosis and prompt treatment. Achieve early diagnosis or early detection and screening. And then now, screening, early diagnosis, and prompt intervention. Iba-ibang term lang yung ginamit pero yun din ang tinumbok niya. So the best answer is letter D. Okay? Moving on. 27. A 32-year-old lady asked student nurse Vanessa, what can I do to make sure I don't get breast cancer like my mother and my sister? Student nurse Vanessa's best reply would be, okay, letter A, there is nothing napaka-therapeutic, no? There is, tandaan nyo ha, pag mga ganyan na question na tinatanong kayo on how to communicate, lalo na sa psych, hindi lang sa psych, pag tinanong kayo sa MS or sa community, yung lumabas yung paano kayo please consider pa din the therapeutic communication ha. Kung may sagot na napaka non-therapeutic, i-eliminate nyo agad yan. There is nothing you can do to make sure that you don't get, hindi ganito magsagot ang nurse sa board exam. Pero sa actual, ewan ko lang. Sa board exam, hindi ganyan sumagot ang nurse. Pero sa board exam, sa board exam, hindi ganyan sumagot ang nurse. Pero sa actual,
Ewan ko lang. Hindi ko lang sure. Pero doon tayo sa tama, ha? Letter B. You can detect cancer early by doing breast exam monthly and having mammogram every 3 months. Okay? Tama, you can detect early doing a breast self-exam monthly. Yes, check. And having a mammogram every 3 months, ay irakman ka, susunin nyo kung araw ka di, every 3 months. So, in a year nakakapira ka, 3 mammogram, hirakman, para ipito na sumo. Ang tinuro ko sa inyo is mammogram done at annually siya, ha? Annually. Annually siya inaano. At what specific age nga siya inaano ang mammogram? 40 years old. Okay? 40 years old dapat meron ng nag-undergo ng mammography yung mga babae. So, annually po siya. Hindi siya every 3 months. Hindi siya quarterly. Okay? Letter D, you can detect cancer early by doing breast self-exam monthly and mammogram every 6 years. Ini man lugod na, labian na. Wala naman na rayo. So, this is not the correct answer. What make is wrong? Ito and ito. And so, the best answer, you can detect cancer early by doing breast self-exam and having mammogram every year. This is annually. Correct answer is letter C. Okay po. 28. A patient history of cancers asks the student nurse about the risk of eating high-fat diets for several cancers. To allay anxiety of the patient, the student nurse appropriate answer that such eating habit puts the patient at risk for cancer involving, again, high-fat. Okay? High-fat diet ang kinakain ng pasyente. Letter A, ovarian. Letter B, lung. Letter C, liver. And letter D, colon. So, ano nga yung sa ano? Sa colorectal, ang risk factor doon na sinabi, high fat and low fiber diet. So, the best answer is your colon cancer. Mababang type of question. Medyo objective siya. Okay? Pero kailangan nyo pa din mag-isip. Okay? Patient history, eating high-fat diet. So the best answer is colon cancer. Tinatanong lang naman dito na ano yung pwedeng mag-develop kapag ganyan yung diet mo? Saan ka papunta niyan? Okay? Bukod sa tataba ka, ano pa? Okay? 29. A client underwent a right mastectomy with axillary lymph node dissection. Right mastectomy with radical MRM. Modified radical mastectomy kasi kasama yung lymph nodes. While going through discharge instruction, which of the following statement by the client indicates correct understanding? So we are looking for the positive response of the client. So ibig sabihin, tama na sinabi ng client. Number 1, I must use a straight razor to shave under my arms. Straight razor ba? Hindi, ha? Ano ang i-avoid na? Ano ang natin? I-recommend? Electric. Okay? Razor. So, definitely you will eliminate number 1. Sir, turuan ko kayo. Kapag may eliminate na kayong number 1, eliminate all options with number 1. Kasi definitely mali na yan. Okay? Number 2, I must be sure to wear. So, we have 50-50 chance na kaagad. Isa pa lang yung na-eliminate mo. Ganyan po magsagot ng mga ganyan type of question, ha? Number 2, I must be sure to wear thick path holders when I am cooking. Tama. Kasi po, we are preventing injury post-mastectomy. Sir, bakit? Kasi po, tinanggalan ka dyan ng lalong-lalo na sa affected. Like, for example, MRM sa may right hand ko. So, tinanggalan ka dyan ng lymph nodes. Yung lymph nodes mo is part of your lymphatic system, which is your lymphatic system is may ano siya, may part din siya ng in response to your immunologic. Okay? So, pag nagkaroon ka ng mga injury, simple scratches, so prone ka sa infection. Okay, we are preventing on that area na hindi ka magkaroon ng injury. So tandaan niyo yan, post-mastectomy hindi. Ano ang mga bawal? O heavy lifting, BP taking, blood extraction, lalong-lalo sa affected part. So nasabi ko na, I will watch for the signs of redness in my arm. Yes, kasi you are monitoring for infection. Redness is a sign of infection. Ano nga yung iba-ibang klase ng sign of infection? Rubra, madami yan. Hindi rubra. Redness, loss of function, heat, swelling, yan. Yan ang mga ano ng infection. So kung may redness, baka mayroon na yan infection. I should avoid gardening, thorny plants. So yes po, avoiding injury. I will carry the grocery bags. Hindi mo to isasagot. Kasi ano to, heavy lifting. Sabi nga, bawal nga. Okay, post-mastectomy, bawal kang magbitbit ng mabibigat gamit ng ano. And I should allow blood extraction. Hindi po, I should allow. Bawal po ha. Preventing injury ka nga. Pag nag-extract ka dyan, di ibig sabihin, nag-inflict ka tuloy ng injury. Mismo sinabihan mo, sige, itusukan mo ako. So, injury. Meron dyan, pag invasive bagay yan. Yung blood extraction. So, definitely, wrong ito. I will do arm exercise like range of motion exercise, hand wall climbing. Yes po. So the answer 2, 3, 4, and 7. Kasi yung 5 mali. So 5 mali. 1 mali. The best answer is letter D. Marami naman nakatama nito. Medyo nang dali ng tanong pero medyo baka ma-overwhelm kayo kapag nakikita kayo ng ganyan na tanong. Na-overwhelm kayo kasi ang daming babasahin. Ang daming iintindihin. So yung mga exercises after mastectomy, combing of hair, yung fixing of your hair, tapos hand wall climbing, meron pang iba. So yan mga example lang. Okay? Best answer is letter D. Number 30. Okay? Pit na tayo, 80% na. The public nurse is conducting a program regarding health promotion in the community. The nurse is discussing the risk factors associated with cancer. Which of the following risk factor is the least likely related to cancer? Okay? Least likely related to cancer. Yun yung tinatanong. Least likely. Yung hindi siya masyadong magkakos. Pwede mag-cause ng cancer. Okay? Or hindi talaga siya. Absolute na baka hindi. Okay? A, viral infection? Hindi po. Kasi meron nga tayong HPV na nagkukos ng cervical cancer. Okay? Stress, amplifier of your cancer. Pag sinabing amplifier, pwedeng, kasi di ba ang sabi ko sa inyo, ang cause ng cancer is multifactorial. Hindi lang yan isa. Okay? Kung genetic ka, genetic yung cause. Tapos, yung kung mayroon kang history, hindi po pwedeng sabihin natin na genetic lang. Meron yan mga amplifier, meron yan contributing factors para Stress is number 1. Okay? Number 1 ito na amplifier ng mga risk factors. For example, meron kang history pero tapos palagi kang stress. So, stress is pwede natin masabi. Okay? And then radiation exposure. Pag sa radiation exposure naman, syempre, alam mo na ang radiation is pwedeng mag-cause ng cancer. We have 2 types of radiation, ultraviolet and ionizing. Okay? When we say ultraviolet, pag ultraviolet, ang source natin dito is the sun. Okay? Exposure to the sun can cause skin cancer, too much exposure. Kaya ngayon, hindi na po kaartihan kung kayo ay maglalagay ng sa panahon ngayon, hindi na kaartihan kung maglalagay kayo ng sunscreen kasi hindi na po joke ang init ngayon. Then ionizing, when we say ionizing, ito naman yung mga galing sa mga imaging procedures na nag-emits ng nagre-release ng mga radiation. For example, X-rays, yan. Yan. Po, radiation therapy, ma-expose ka dyan, ionizing yan. So, the best answer is high fiber diet kasi least ang least related to cancer. Hyper, kung siguro ito low fiber, oo. Kasi colorectal cancer siya. Okay, related siya sa colorectal cancer, ang low fiber diet. Okay po. Next, correct answer is letter C. Number 31, a nurse is attending for a client who is receiving vincristine. Okay? Vincristine is, ano nga ang vincristine? Ano siya? Types of ng chemotherapeutic drugs? Vinca alkaloids. Okay? Understand me? While monitoring the drug toxicity, which of the following should the nurse assess the sign of toxic effect? Okay? Di ba sinabi ko sa inyo, we have ang isa sa mga side effect ng effect ng vinca, especially yung vincristine, okay? Ng vinca alkaloids is your peripheral neuritis. Okay? Peripheral neuritis includes loss of sensation. So, hanapin natin yan dyan. So, letter D. Okay? Decreased white blood cells is sa lahat ito. Okay? Toxic effect ito sa lahat ng chemo drugs. Okay? For all chemo drugs. Hindi to specific sa vincristine ha. Chemo drug. Decreased platelets, same. Nausea and vomiting. By the way, your nausea and vomiting side effects is the most common, okay? Side effect. Kasi pag nag-receive ka ng chemo drugs, ito yung pinaka side effect, yung parang most lahat ng nagki-chemo drugs na experience ang nausea and vomiting. Most common side effect ito. Okay. So the best answer is ito. Hindi sinabi ang peripheral neuritis or peripheral neuropathy, pero define, okay? Loss of sensation and weakness of legs. Management, pwede tayong magbigay ng vitamin B complex to i-counter mo yung effect. Kasi B complex is for your nerve. Okay, so best answer is letter D. Okay, loss of sensation. That is the definition of your characteristics of patient with peripheral neuritis. Okay, nawawaran ka. Parang at times may paresthesia and then yun. Kaya di ba ang advice, ang sinabi ko sa inyo doon, don't allow your patient to walk barefooted kasi possible na natubong na yan, di pa niya isip. Kasi meron siyang peripheral neuritis. Okay. A nurse is assessing a client for early signs and symptoms of cancer. Which of the following findings reported to the nurse indicate priority follow-up? Priority follow-up. Letter A, a mole that has become larger in the past hours. Okay? Mole. So, baka isipin mo, skin cancer, ABCDE, become larger in the past hours. This is ABCDE, evolving under your ABCDE. Ito yung E, evolving. Okay? Nagbabago ang lumalaki. So, ang tinatanong dito, which of the following findings reported to the nurse would indicate priority for follow-up? When I say priority for follow-up, we are looking for parang we are looking for negative kasi based sa question, need follow-up or need second opinion, parang ganyan. Yun yung tinatanong dyan. A slightly larger breast than the other. This is normal. Opo. Lalo na pag dominant hand mo, pag dominant hand, larger yan. Kasi due to muscle hypertrophy. Okay? Kasi yung mga, sa anatomy, a muscle na nagkakaroon ng more movement, yun yung nagkakaroon ng hypertrophy. yung muscle na hindi nagagamit, nagkakaroon ng atrophy. Kaya yung mga muscle dapat ginagamit na po kasi lumiliit yan. Okay? So, lingering cough 1 week after a cold. Hindi po. Hindi siya ganun ka definite na na warning signs. Okay? Bowel movement twice a day for the past 5 days. Hindi pa siya ganun. Ano mo, constipated lang. Hindi naman siya, wala siyang na any word or statement nakasama dito sa letter D na suggest nakasama siya doon sa warning signs. Pero dyan sa letter A, clear na part of your ABCA, evolving siya, lumalaki siya. So the best answer is letter A. Okay? Under your caution, okay? In your skin cancer, okay? Ano siya? Doon siya sa E. Okay po, evolving. Okay po. Ano naiintindihan? Number 33. A 55-year-old female client with breast cancer who is undergoes chemotherapy once a week, came to the clinic for further evaluation. Which of the following medications, okay, would the nurse expect to be prescribed in order to prevent chemotherapy-induced anemia naman to? Okay, chemotherapy-induced anemia. Letter A, Oprelvicin or Neomega. Okay, this is for platelet. Okay, low platelet. This is for your low platelet. Then Filgrastim. Okay, Filgrastim for your low WBC. Salgrasmostim, leukin. This is also for low WBC. Okay, the correct answer is Darbiput. Hindi ko ma-pronounce. Darbepoetin alpha or your RNS. Okay, kung ang tinuro ko kasi sa inyo is Epoetin alpha. Epoetin alpha. Pero same lang yan. Nagkakaiba lang sila sa mga brand, ganyan. Sa mga dyan. So the best answer is Darbepoetin alpha.